Miss Kanmani Dhanasekhar, Chairperson, Tamilnadu, South India Chamber of Commerce, Canada. Miss Kanmani, with a master's degree in political science from the University of Madras, has the distinction of being the first woman to head sales for automobiles in India and was highly appreciated with top honors at the Suzuki Convention in Istanbul. She was later interviewed by leading FM channels and televisions. She is a seasoned sales and marketing professional with 15 plus years of experience. She has a successful track record of consistently achieving business milestones. She has established credibility in generating business in a fiercely competitive market. She is a keen observer of market dynamics. She has contributed significantly in evolving innovative strategies to enhance market penetration and exploit business opportunities. She owns Aman Foods and is continuously looking for business opportunities. She is also an active board of director of the Tamilnadu Cultural Society of Canada. Miss Kanmani Dhanasekhar is here to address on the topic Role of South Indian Chamber of Commerce in Canada in connecting Tamilnadu-based businesses to Canada. We are privileged to welcome Miss Kanmani Dhanasekhar to the summit at Vibrant Tamilnadu.
Success is never a random stroke of individual brilliance. It is always the sum total of influences we have had in our life. And one such influence is what we are seeing today, that's Vibrant Tamilnadu. Just to quote our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi's tag, business happens when like-minded people meet with ignited minds. On behalf of South India Chamber of Commerce, Canada, and on behalf of all my colleagues who are here, I've just come here to showcase how it is very easy to do business in Canada. So let's go straight away to our presentation because of the constraints we have in time. I have got a very beautiful message from Mr. Dinesh Bhatia, our Consul General of India, where he says he's very delighted to learn that Vibrant Tamilnadu is organizing Food Expo and Summit from 12th to 15th August at Madurai, Tamilnadu in India. And I appreciate that the Food Expo and Summit is being organized with a view to bring together all the stakeholders like farmers, food processors, manufacturers, traders, exporters, and importers from domestic as well as international markets. I acknowledge the initiatives taken by the organization for promoting legacy of Indian foods, beverages, and food processing industry of India and presenting glimpses of India's incredible rich and diverse cuisine and cultural heritage before the representatives of more than 20 countries. On this occasion, I extend my warmest greetings and convey best wishes to the entire team of Vibrant Tamilnadu and also to all the participants of the Food Expo and Summit. Thank you very much, sir, and that's the message for all of us here. And we will go straight, and I'm just going to skip certain presentations because of the constraints of time. And this is where we are, in the heart of North America, bigger than Texas, of course with due respects with all people who have come from US, more than double the size of California. Ontario is larger than France and UK, 14 border crossing to the United States. It's just an hour away by air to New York City, Washington, or Chicago, a straight shot to the London or any major destination. And then we are 14 million people, 68% of Ontarians are working age, 29% of the Ontarians are foreign born, and we welcome people from over 150 countries and over 200 languages spoken, and we are younger than you think. And we also have our youngest Prime Minister, Mr. Justin Trudeau, the most charismatic personality in the world, I would rather say. And then we would have a very stable business landscape where we have the government net debt percentage of GDP, and Canada is ranked second best place in the world to start a business, and also the third in the 2018 Global Entrepreneurship Index, and also the second for best place to locate a global headquarters. And it has free trade deals with 43 countries for worth 1.6 billion. So what we do is, these are the diverse array of sectors we do, and of course with the focus also on agriculture and food manufacturing, we're doing extremely well. And also we have the best talent of people, and Canada is a land of immigrants because they've come from a confederation of people, come from US, from French, and also from London. And these are the competitive costs. The cost of starting a business in Canada. I also have this PowerPoint presentation in detail in case somebody wants to do. I can always give them the detail, the analytics there. So these are the big A to Z companies which are already in Ontario doing extremely well. And the food and beverage sector, 3,000 food and beverage processors, 95,000 workers, 39 billion in revenue. That's what Canada is worth. 3.6 million hectares of cropland and over 230 agricultural commodities we have in Canada. So as I rightly said, we can talk in detail about all this in a B2B discussion we have. I was discussing about the business prospects we had in Ontario. So Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories, and I was only discussing about the Ontario province, what it's worth. And now we will go directly to Toronto. Toronto is one city, and though Ottawa is the capital of Canada, the most happening place is in Toronto. So what are the access to markets we have from Toronto is what we have in all these slides. So the 2 airports connecting business. So Toronto's Pearson International Airport is North America's 2nd largest international airport, serving almost 47 million plus passengers annually and 200 global destinations in 55 countries. So that's the connectivity we have, and again for the business, from the business perspective. And these are the other important regions we have in Toronto, the Peel region, the city of Toronto, then we have York and Durham. York mostly near the airport. Most of the businesses, that's the hub to do most of the businesses there. The large labor force, so it's the 4th largest labor force in North America at 3.8 million workers. And lower labor cost. This is one important aspect of why we do have to do businesses in Canada. And high quality, low cost jurisdiction to not to equate with lower quality. It offers the highest quality at a very highly competitive cost. Highly educated talent, nearly 2/3 of workers in the Toronto region have post-secondary education more than any US metro. And top tier students, and of course we have 200 ranked universities, and Toronto region leads the pack. And this is just a snapshot because Toronto has become the preferred, I think Canada has become the preferred international destination now. And of course with due respect to other countries. And then with the Canada's economic engine, 38% of Canada's head offices, 800K businesses, $331 billion of economy, and 20% of Canada's GDP. Millions of consumers accessible to North American businesses. And it's also a center for global business. More than 75% of Fortune 500 companies in tech, life sciences, food and beverage, and automotive have a location in Toronto region, worldwide. And the competitive tax rates, this is very, very important. So we also have tax-free, for I think 2 or 3 years. I'm not very precise. So let's also discuss about this when we have a B2B discussion. So how we have tax exemptions. We have also the generous R&D incentives for a new startup in Canada. And also Canada is the best place to live. You take any strategies or anything even in social media, Canada will always be there, whether it is the best country to live or the happiest country in the world. So either 4 cities of Canada is already there. It's always there, either Montreal or Toronto or Vancouver or Ottawa. So we feel very proud, very ecstatic to be a part of this delegation and to also showcase how it's very simple and easy to do business in Canada. So today, we were talking about the business verticals in food, right? About the import of frozen vegetables and fruits. And even in the morning seminar, we heard about how 40 to 60% of food wastage is there. So Canada is a huge market where we can make use of the frozen vegetables and fruits, and the millets and dry rations and produces that can be imported to India from Canada, especially lentils. And I think Saskatchewan is one province where a lot of lentils are exported. And the huge land area of cultivation we have, which is completely mechanized. Food processing, we have advanced technology, especially cold storage. That's one of the highlight of Canadian business. And ready to cook and eat products. This is exactly what we were discussing in a discussion yesterday. And so we're also talking about how, I'm just correlating Tamil Nadu with Canada. So Tamil Nadu, the progressive state in terms of ancestor food habits, which impacts across the world. That's one of the highlight, and what we want to take back to Canada is this. Farmers' attitude are very progressive and very exploring. Climatic conditions, variety of produces which we have, fresh and dry rations, infrastructures, and sea and air connectivity is what we were discussing, and then I think Canada has it all. And I just wanted to finish up with one thing, why we have to do business in Canada, just a snapshot again. The geographic location of the place. It's all the three oceans, the Pacific, Atlantic, and Arctic oceans, where you have the freshwater breeding. And you have the geographic location is one important reason why you have to do business in Canada. The kind of population we have, you have almost people from 170 to 200 people from 200 countries living in Canada, and it is diverse and multicultural, and highlight different races with numbers. Business environment is very good. It is very simple, straightforward, no red tapeism. You come and do business, and I'm going to tell you 4 steps like which visa is very, very easy for you to start a business in Canada. You have the government support as well, and the government is very positive. They always like positivity. They always like fresh talents, fresh people coming and doing businesses in Canada. And also the quality manpower, as I always said. And I think also the labor cost is very, very low in Canada. And connecting to USA and other countries, as I said, we have good connectivity by sea and air, and a very, very peaceful country. This is one point which I wanted you to highlight. One of the peaceful country in the world, I would rather say Canada. I don't think so. I mean, there is any like unwanted information or news which has come in the media about Canada. And the tolerance level of people in Canada is very, very high compared to other countries. So we don't have gun culture. It is never legal in Canada. So, and also we have advancement in tech front and visa types for business people and companies. We have a lot of visa types which will be very useful for you to set up business there. So I have one last thing, because I was just also observing like people who wanted to do business in Canada. So we have one thing called the startup visa, which is the intra-company transfer. So you need to, whatever business you have here in India, you can do the same business in Canada. It should be only 3 years old, and you have to have a strong balance sheet with business return and a strong bank statement. And there are no certain amount. There is no, like, you should have at least $500,000 or $100,000 or $1 million. There's no requirement at all. It's very, very simple to start there. And your whole family can come. Your spouses also can come with the open work permit, and after she stays there for 1 year, you can apply for a permanent resident. It's very simple. And then, yeah, so they lead to PR. So Canada is one country, they welcome anybody who brings positivity to Canada. So this is what we have, and I definitely have some detailed PowerPoint presentation for you all to explain in detail. And one more thing which I wanted to tell and finish up the whole presentation is, Canada means it's love. Canada is full of love. And my delegates, we all come with love, to give love to people here and to take you with love to Canada. And as I rightly said, my Prime Minister, Mr. Justin Trudeau, is a very loving personality and is a very charismatic personality, I think followed by everybody in the world. And with such a great leader, I think all Canadians have that love. And Yadum Ure Yavarum Kailir என்பது கனியன் பூங்குன்றனார் சொன்னது போல, வந்தாரை வாழ வைக்கும் தமிழ்நாடு என்றெல்லாம் சொன்னது போல, வந்தாரை வாழ வைக்கும் கனடா. நீங்கள் எல்லாரும் எங்கள்கிட்ட வாங்க, எங்கள் வீட்டுக்கு வாங்க, இவங்க வீட்டுக்கு வாங்க. நானும் டெலிகேட்ஸ்லாம் வந்திருக்கோம். ஸோ நீங்கள் எதை பற்றியும் கவலைப்பட வேண்டாம். நீங்கள் பிஸ்னஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கணும்னு நினச்சிங்கன்னா டெஃபினட்டாக கனடா உங்களை இரு கரம் கூப்பி உங்களை அழைக்கின்றோம். தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச். அண்ட் one small thing, I really wanted to thank everybody here, especially on behalf of South India Chamber of Commerce. I just wanted Mr. Balu and Mr. Surya here, please, for a second. Okay. And on behalf of all of them here, I like to thank the creative head, Mr. Ratan Velu, our chief mentor. Sir, you're not only the chief mentor for Vibrant Tamilnadu, for Vibrant India. Anywhere vibrant and you will be there. Dr. Jagat Shah, the chairman, Mr. Tirupati Rajan, chairman, Young Entrepreneur School, Mr. Nidhi Mohan, President, Tamil Nadu Chamber, Mr. Jagadishan, and I have a lot of other people mentioned here. And I wanted to thank each and everybody, Mr. Poundraj, Mr. Muthu, Mr. Suresh Kumar, Mr. Ravi Kumar, and Mr. Kumaresan, and Mr. Prabhakaran. And also all the buddies Everybody was excellent. The connectivity they had, the connections. Literally lost my purse in the meeting in the morning. I just gave a call to Ratik or something. I messaged Murli, and I got it another half an hour's time. Ratik Khanna, his coordination, and then Nikhil, and then we have Parth Nair, Anmal Modi, Balaji, everybody, all the buddies. I really thank them. And as you said, sir, we are going to mentor them, and I'm sure I'm going to take them to Canada, all the MBA students from here. Okay, and I just wanted to introduce Mr. Balu, who is a chief mentor who owns 2 restaurants, and he's a chief mentor for South India Chamber of Commerce, and Mr. Surya Bezavada, who is a chairperson for Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, representing South India Chamber of Commerce. We have Mr. Sriram is here, and also Mr. Radha Krishnan. So we have a lot of people who have come here to give love and take you to Canada with love. Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.